Wednesday, middle of the week. We made it through. We've been learning about sentences, so we're going to continue with that. We learned about simple sentences last week. We learned about compound sentences, which is two simple sentences combined. And we learned about complex sentences yesterday, which always have a dependent clause, a part that cannot stand alone. So today we're going to talk about compound subjects and predicates. That is our main focus. Compound subjects and compound predicates. Now we've been talking about subjects and predicates a lot, so you should know what those things mean. So what is a subject? Think about it. Who or what the sentence is about, right? What is a predicate? The action or the describing part of the sentence. So when we have compound, that means it could be two or more, maybe three, maybe it's listing, maybe it's three subjects doing an action. Maybe it's one subject doing more than one action. So in a compound subject, there is more than one who or what. Okay? In a predicate, there's more than one action / describing part. Okay? Now they combine these more than one subject or more than one predicate by using our coordinating conjunctions, right? Our conjunctions, like and or, right? So when we're combining sentences, which we're going to look at right now, and they have similar subjects or similar predicates, we don't want to be repetitive. We can combine those things into one simple sentence. So today we're going back to simple sentences. These are not, don't get it confused with compound sentences. These are just compound subjects or compound predicates, okay? So you won't have both. Then that would make a compound sentence, but we're not making that today. So this is part of having a simple sentence, okay? We can have more than one subject in a sentence, or we can have more than one predicate. Not both, because then that makes a compound sentence. So again, we're looking at simple sentences today, okay? So we're reading each sentence pair. We're going to circle if the subjects can be combined, if they can be put together. And we're going to talk about how we decide that right now. We're going to circle P if the predicates can be combined, okay? So here S and P means subject or predicate. We know what a subject and predicate is, so we're looking at can we combine those, and I'm going to tell you how to decide, okay? So it says here, Hannah liked to hike. Her brother liked to hike. Do you already notice something that's happening here? It's being repetitive. Remember, in writing, we don't want to use repetition. We don't want to repeat words, ideas, phrases. We want to have new ideas for the reader so they can be interested, right? So we can remove like to hike, okay? And what parts can we combine? The subjects. So we could say Hannah and her brother like to hike. That would be our new sentence, okay? Let's look at number 2. Some park trails were unsafe. Some park trails needed repair. What's being repeated that we can take away, and what can we combine? Well, we can take this out and we can combine our predicates, right? So when we're writing sentences, and if we have two subjects that are doing the same thing, we can combine them using and or, right? If we're writing about one subject, like some parks, and two things are describing it, like were unsafe and needed repair, then we can combine those. So we could take this out, just add an and we're ready to go. Okay, some park trails were unsafe and needed repair. Number 3, read it with me. The kids wanted to help. The kids volunteered to clean the trails. Okay, what do you notice is repeating? The subject, right? So we can remove one and we can combine the predicates. Okay, the kids wanted to help, take out that period, and volunteered to clean the trails. Okay, number 4, let's read it together. Weeds had to be removed, rocks had to be removed. What do you see is repeating? Yep, rocks. Sorry, had to be removed, not rocks. We need rocks. So we have the same predicate, so we can combine the subjects and keep that predicate. So I could say weeds and rocks had to be removed, period. And that is creating a simple sentence. If it's a simple sentence, boys and girls, don't get confused. Yes, it has a fanboy, but we don't need a comma because this is not a compound sentences. I don't have 2 independent sentences that I'm combining. I'm only combining parts of a sentence, either the subject or the predicate. So here I combine the subject. All right. So your exit ticket is very short today, or your lesson. We're working on compound subjects or compound predicates. Okay. So here you're going to read each sentence pair. You're going to form a compound subject or a compound predicate using these conjunctions. You're going to write the compound subject or compound predicate on the line to complete the new sentence. So you're going to do what we did on the top, except now you're writing it out kind of like I did here, like I added, right? You're going to remove the repeated information. So we're going to read the sentence. 2, remove repeats. 3, you're going to combine either the subject or the predicate. It all depends on what you're removing, right? So, as you're reading through these sentences, you are looking at combining either subjects or predicates, not both, okay? You're using and or. You do not need a comma. So commas today are unnecessary, okay? Because we're not making compound sentences today. We're still making simple sentences that only combine the subjects or you combine the predicates. Let me add that right here. Okay, you combine the subjects or the predicates and make them compound. You will have, or you should have, watched that extra video online. I'll also be putting an anchor chart for you if you need it. You will submit in your exit ticket on Teams. Good luck, boys and girls. Make sure to use the notes that I put for you, okay? Pause the video if you need some time to write them down. That's okay. You can pause. You can also go back if you need to rehear something and rethink about it. Make sure you're looking at the steps that we did at the top. They're very similar to the bottom as you are creating. So you're not adding anything new. You're using the information you have in these sentences. You're doing exactly what we did up here. You're taking out the repeated information and you're either combining the subject or the predicate. Have an awesome day. I know you're going to do well. I've seen really, really great things so far from you guys on your exit tickets. So keep working hard and have an awesome day.